Okay, I'm just gonna start off, dude. Welcome to the podcast, man.
Hello, hello.
This is season 2 of the Everyday Podcast. And just introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? My name's Jeremy. I'm a photographer, videographer, and content creator. I guess I can add that label now.
Exactly.
Based out of Chicago.
Yeah.
Been doing photography for 5 years now, and then video, I would say 2 to 3 years now. Kind of started in the fitness space, but then it kind of just branched out into doing more lifestyle and building like a personal brand. So that's a little.
I like it.
That's who I am. So.
All right, I'm gonna get started with the beginning.
Yeah. What do you got, sir?
So, we're gonna talk about how we met, and I tried to think about it today because it's been such a long time since I thought about that, and I know that I met you on social media. That's how I first found you, was on social media, and it was on Instagram. I think it was just like mutual friends. Like I just saw you in something, or you came up on like the Explore page or whatever, and I was just like, I think it was Ryan. The dude who'd be up in the helicopters.
Ryan,
Yeah, it was him. I think I saw either you in something with him or just me following him. You kind of popped up and I followed you and I was like, dude, like he looks so cool. Like, and at the beginning I was just like trying to like get started with photography, like with like putting myself out there. And I had followed you with no intention, like not intention, but like with no thought that I was ever gonna like meet in person. I just like, cause I was like, dude, he's actually like doing like photography. I'm just like shooting personal pictures and trying to say I'm a photographer. So I kind of like looked up to that and I just was like, if we meet, we meet. If not, he's a cool person to keep looking at.
Hey, we all start somewhere, but hey, let's
Exactly.
get a cheers real quick.
Let's get a cheers, Celsius.
Yes. Alrighty. Second energy drink, but it's all good.
This is my first for the day. I think that's why I'm so not locked in yet.
Oh,
It's like a berry flavor.
it's like a blue raspberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like how I found you. And then when I signed up to do the marathon, I was sitting behind you when we ran that little meeting thing.
In the meeting?
And I heard your voice and I saw you and I was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way. Because I like had just followed you at that point.
Yeah.
And then I see you in person and I was like a little like fanboyish because I was like, oh my God, wait, what do I say? Like
It's like a small world. It's like you hit a follow button and then like you go to some event the next day and then
literally because I have followed you literally like a couple days before that, and then I see you in person, and then we shot at the marathon, and where they even put you at the marathon? Because I was at the end, and I feel like we were in two completely different spots.
First of all, I thought the first time we met was the marathon, but I didn't know what you just told me.
Because I never approached you.
Yeah.
That's why, because I didn't know what to say.
Okay.
I was like, maybe I'll talk to him tomorrow. If not, we'll see.
Well, no, first of all, I appreciate that.
Always, man.
I didn't know that you followed me before, and then we were ironically at the meeting.
Yeah, that was like a
Yeah.
full circle little moment.
That was a quick full circle. But where was I at the marathon? Oh boy. So were you at the medals?
I was at the medals.
Like
the backdrop.
At the backdrop.
At the very
Okay.
end. Yeah.
No, I was at the finish line. So
Yeah.
I was just seeing like people cross it
Yeah.
and just like see the raw emotions of like finishing a marathon.
Yeah.
And that was my first time like witnessing that. So
And what was crazy is because I ran it that year before.
you did run it.
So I ran the marathon. Then the year after, I ran it. Then I photographed it. Then the year after that, I volunteered. So it's kind of like I've like done the marathon from like 3 different perspectives of like running it.
I
And
remember
then seeing,
you like mentioned that
Yeah.
the day of.
Yeah.
You were like, yeah, I ran it. Like,
because
okay.
they pulled up. They were helping me find my finisher photos because I had never got them.
What?
Yeah. They were still able to find them. They typed in the date and whatnot, and they were able to find my photos that they took along the track, and then he actually emailed them to me. So he ended up like a year later just like giving them to me.
Dang.
Yeah. Because I had
1 year
told him
delay. That's crazy, guys.
Because I told him that I ran it, and then he was just like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Where's the photos?" I was like, "I never got them." And he was just like, "Dude, we're gonna look them up." And then afterwards, we pull them up on the computer, and then I saw the photos, and I was like, "Damn."
Did they send you like for free?
Yeah.
Because like usually they like charge it.
Yeah. No, he just, since it was like a year later, he just sent them to me.
I mean, yeah. After a year delay of
I feel like
deliverables, like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How was running the marathon? Like, what's that experience like? Because that's like personal growth of mine now to do.
dude,
So.
it like I want to do it again. I'm training to
Yeah.
try and do it again next year.
Okay.
Because my goal is, now that I've done Chicago, I want to do New York. My
York would
goal
be
is to be a 6-star like finisher.
That's low key like okay, it's low key expensive.
It
I've
is,
done
but it's
I've done
like-
the research, but like Man, that'd be a cool flex. To
I mean,
have,
like
but
from like a creator standpoint, and like the more we put ourselves out there, you can get sponsored for that kind of stuff. You know.
Yeah.
And my friend Hector, he's a runner in New York, so I'll show you his stuff later on. But he's the one who inspired me to run a marathon because
Okay.
he's like a big. You good? Do 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 boo do 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 do.
back there, probably good.
But yeah, so his name is Hector, and he's the one who inspired me to run a marathon because I ran the Hot Chocolate 5K the year before,
Okay.
and then I went straight from a 5K to a marathon. I didn't even do no half, no 15.
Damn.
I ran a 5K, had like the quickest time like I've ever ran, like 3.2 miles, and I was like, oh yeah, we're running a marathon.
Holy shit. Damn. I'm here. I just ran my first 8K. I did the Shamrock Shuffle, and now I'm trying to do like a 10, then a half, then a
Yeah,
full.
and that's what
You just jumped it.
everyone's looking at me crazy, like, dude, like, are you not even gonna do a 15 or a half? And I was like, yeah, no.
Damn.
I had like little to no training. Like I barely trained because like it's a lot training for a marathon by yourself. I had no one to train with me because I didn't know anyone who was running it. So like it was just me by myself training to run a marathon alone.
Damn.
A lot of people were just like didn't think I was gonna finish. Like didn't think I was even gonna like. They thought a lot of people thought I was gonna back out.
What was your time and pace? If you,
6.5 hours. I finished in 6 hours and 33 minutes.
Damn. As long as you got that medal, you know.
I got the medal and I got my
So-
star. It counts as a finishing. I think if I would have finished at 7 hours, it wouldn't have counted for
Because
a
they cut
star.
it off at a certain
Yeah,
point.
they cut off at a
so-
certain point, and I was in the back. But
Mhm.
I think like my time since I finished before 7 hours, it still counts.
Hey.
So when I go and look up on the marathon thing, I see my 1 star on there, like
Hey,
out of the
you
6.
Hey, you finish, you finish. It doesn't matter the time.
So, but yeah, so Hector, because he's like a bigger dude like me, and I saw a representation, and I was like, well, if he can do it, like I can do it. And he's
Yeah.
ran, and he's like I consider him more of a runner than me. He has his own running crew in New York called We Run Uptown.
You run uptown. Okay.
Yeah, so if you ever go to New York, hit them up. They're very good, like welcoming community running group. So,
I'll remember that. I'll save that after this.
but yeah, so he's the one who inspired me to do a marathon and become like a 6-hour finisher because he's done all 6, I think.
Shit.
He's done all 6, but 1 didn't count because of like his finishing time. They like took it away.
What?
They gave him the star and then they took it away.
Which one was this one?
I think it was, I don't know if it was Tokyo or if it was Berlin,
Tokyo. It sounds like some.
but
Tokyo
it's
shit.
Chicago, New York, Boston, Tokyo, Berlin, and then London or Paris. It's London.
Apparently, they're adding Sydney,
Yeah,
Australia.
they're going to be adding a 7th. So you'll be a 7-star finisher.
So now there's those guys with 6 now. Like
exactly,
I gotta go to
exactly.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Running with some kangaroos.
That's them things are scary, dude.
No, the spiders would scare the shit out of me.
But I have a friend who lives in Australia, and she said that the spiders thing is not as bad as they make it sound.
I've been wanting to go to Australia.
Same. I want to go to Sydney.
Like,
See, I had a chance to go to Sydney when I was in high school, and was it in high school? I was in high school and I backed out. I didn't go because I was nervous. I had never traveled
high school
anywhere.
Christopher, you shoved on it. Dude.
I regret it. Like I don't regret it like to this day anymore because if I want to go, I have. We love having adult money where we
Yeah.
can like just go do things that we want to do now. But my parents were fully prepared to pay for it. They were like, we're gonna like, you want to go? Like, cause my aunt, my sister, my dad's sister did it.
Uh-huh.
It was through College of Lake County where they
Okay.
reached out to like high school kids to do like these summer trips. And I found out later that a whole bunch of my friends who I went to high school with, they did the trip.
Dang.
And I didn't even know them at the time. So like I would have known them like going into high school if I would have went.
Also,
but-
it was like going into your freshman year.
yeah, it was going to freshman year, dude. I barely even travel. I never traveled out the country by myself, or yet alone to like Sydney, Australia,
That's scary. Honestly,
It
that would,
is.
that would I would have
with no parents and you like with people who you don't know at all, and you just gotta trust that like. And we're traveling to like different parts of Australia too. It wasn't just Sydney, so I was like,
Yeah, no, low key. High school Jeremy would be scared too.
Yeah.
it took a lot for me
I
to get out of my
just
bubble,
started
so-
traveling to Florida by myself, like
Yeah.
yet alone a whole different country alone. Like I would do it now because like screw it, but you
Yeah.
know, 15-year-old Chris, not a chance in the world, not a chance.
Yeah,
But
no,
we got so off topic.
no, it's all good.
This is
We were talking
supposed to.
about the-
I
we were
wanted to
talking
talk
about
about you. Yeah, so the marathon. That's how we met, and like, so what have you been doing since then? Because it's been how many years?
So
Because that was 20.
that was
That was before the
2021.
pandemic.
That was wait
That was
No.
pre-pandemic.
pre?
I thought it was 20.
No, it was after.
Oh,
Oh wait,
or was it?
Oh shit!
Jinx. I don't know.
Wait,
Because I ran it in
I have
20. I
photos.
ran it in 2019.
Wait, I have
Yeah, I
photos.
think it's 2021.
I swear it was 2020.
I think it is because I ran it in 2019. Then the pandemic happened, and then we did it the year after.
Give me one sec. I have my phone
You're
out.
good.
I'm gonna figure this out. It was October 10th, 2021.
Wow.
Yeah. So
COVID was such a blur that 2021 seems like it just never happened.
dude, COVID
like-
delayed like 5 years.
It did.
But
It
like,
did.
it's
Fun
been-
fact: I registered to run Berlin in 2020. Like this before like COVID had even happened.
Oh, I thought I meant like right now. I was like, oh
Mhm.
shit.
Oh no, God no! I could barely run 3 miles right now without having to stop. Like, I had registered to run Berlin, got accepted, and then it got canceled because of COVID.
Damn.
That's a story I've never told anyone.
So are you gonna run it back?
Yeah, I got to. I feel like
They
that.
accepted you. Then might as
That's
well-
what I'm saying.
they're
Like,
just oh,
can you just give me my acceptance for 2026? Like,
hey, I meant to apply for next couple years, not right now.
Exactly.
There was a
Yeah.
global pandemic.
exactly. So,
Dang.
but yeah, but back to. So it's been since 2021. So what have you been doing? And now it's
October of-
2025.
October of 2021 till now.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that is like, oof. That's literally my whole early 20s.
Yeah,
Holy
same.
shit.
Because how old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay, no, I just turned 27, so we're 2 years apart.
27. Okay.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
March 9th.
March 9th.
Mhm.
Okay, so it was recent. Okay.
Mhm.
I turned 26 in June.
Nice.
So I keep joking
What are you
my
gonna do for your birthday?
I keep joking. Ooh, that'd be a fun thing to talk about. But I
Mhm.
keep joking with my friends, like, guys, once I hit insurance, I'm gonna feel old. So shit.
How you think I feel? I'm over here like, gotta make sure it's on auto. It's on auto pay every single month. Otherwise, I'd be forgetting that I have my insurance that comes off my bank account.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
at least right now you have your security job. Hopefully they got insurance because right now I'm doing this whole freelance.
I didn't accept it
cetera
because I've had
thing.
my own personal insurance like before I got that job, so I just decided to keep it because it was better.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
which I can
Okay.
give you some recommendations for when that time comes because I pay only like $40 a month for my health insurance. So.
Okay, I will keep that in mind in 2 months.
You're like, I don't want to think about it right now.
Yeah, no, we're not going there. But you also want to do it for my birthday.
Yeah.
So this connects to traveling actually. So, long story short,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to Italy.
Yeah, for a wedding, right?
I'm shooting a wedding
Nice.
for someone I worked with at Urban Outfitters.
Nice.
So, pretty much a free Italy trip. And
Right.
then since she's a friend of mine, I was like, "Can you have like 3 days to myself because it's my birthday?"
Exactly.
She's like, "I got you." So I was like, "Cool." So
Nice.
I'll be in Italy by myself. Trying to figure out where I'm gonna stay.
Yeah.
And etc. I'll be in Lake Luca.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it'll be fun. So that's
Wait,
on
what does
my
Luca
birthday.
Italy even look like?
It's near Florence.
Don't let me find out that Luca, Italy looks like the same place that they filmed the Disney movie Luca at, and that's
It's
why
pretty
they,
much-
that's why
it's-
they named it that.
It's pretty much that, or where that movie's
Yeah.
where that movie is. It's
Yeah.
like La Spiezza. Sorry if I butchered that. Italians don't kill me. Let's.
Oh, this
see
is
here.
Luca,
That's
Italy.
Luca,
But I feel
yeah.
like it's up.
But like,
I think it's
place-
probably like along the coast.
yeah, there's like a place on the coast.
Yeah.
Like that's where the movie is.
Okay.
The coast part, which that's where I want to go. Personally.
It's like a
So,
little small nook. My friend went, and it looked. Oh, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to go there.
It looks.
Yeah.
That's like around there.
Mhm.
Oh, that's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah.
My
So,
cousin is in London right now
Ooh.
for a wedding. Everyone's going international for weddings. Can someone invite me to an international? I'm going to the UK next year, 2026, to Newcastle for a wedding.
Ooh.
Never been to the UK or anywhere out the country besides Mexico before, so that'll be the first.
Okay, that's exciting, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
Birthday.
Birthday.
Italy, and then
So yeah, Italy birthday.
Yeah.
And then what I've been up to since
Yeah.
the marathon. Oh boy. So at the time you met me,
Mm-hmm.
where was I? I think I was leaving. So let's see, 2021. I graduated college that year. I'm pretty sure, or I already did, something in those lines.
Yeah.
But I was exiting college.
Mhm.
I got my bachelor's
Yeah.
in business administration. I went
Nice.
to Ori University. So after college, I was working at Planet Fitness part time, and then I was just trying to figure out this whole photography thing, like on the side.
yeah,
And then I left Planet. I
Went to Urban.
I went to Urban Outfitters for like a year. And then that's when like 2022
Yeah.
was like I consider that like my travel year.
Yeah.
Like half the year I was like I was on an airplane going somewhere. So my whole 2022, I pretty much traveled as much as I can.
Yeah.
Long story short, I was talking to a girl that was out of state, and then after that, kind of helped me find myself.
Is that the one that was in Alberta?
Alberta? No. That was very recent.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. I was like,
We can talk about exes.
Okay,
Yeah. It's all good terms,
Okay,
etc.
okay,
but,
good.
But the other girl,
yeah.
she was from like Florida, but
Nice.
after that,
Yeah.
that was like the chapter of like finding myself.
Yeah.
I would say so. I just went on a whole travel spree. I worked at Urban part time, and then I did photography on the side. So I was kind of making a consistent money, and then I just traveled as much as I can.
Yeah. That's how I feel this year is going to be for me. I have so many trips coming up this year for work and personal. For photography, I'm working with I'm working with a travel sports team.
I remember you mentioned that to me. Congrats.
For they do youth flag football.
Okay.
Or not flag, they do youth tackle football for like the little kids, and then two-hand touch for the high school kids. But it's pretty legit. So like we're going to Florida in June to go to ESPN, like I told you about. So, but I'm going to Wisconsin, Florida, Ohio, and then possibly LA. So
Okay.
all
So some good
traveling
spots.
with
Okay.
like the team and
Yeah.
capturing like the media and doing photography for them. So
That'd be exciting, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can document it and showcase it on socials,
I need to. But back to
Back to my story.
Yeah.
So we're pretty much 2022. I went to New York
Yeah.
twice. I went to Oregon.
I want to go
gosh.
there. That's on my bucket list.
Oh gosh, I gotta like pull out all these places out in my head. Let's see, Colorado. That's where my sister got engaged.
Nice.
So that was a memorable trip.
Yeah.
Went to Hawaii. I have a,
To do the photo shoot, right? For your cousin?
that was last December.
Oh, so you went to Hawaii twice.
So the most recent one, that was my second time.
Okay.
I went to Oahu. That was for my cousin. He did like an elopement. And then the first time I went was in summer of 2022. I went to Maui for like 3 weeks.
Nice.
That was so much fun. And then I went to San Fran. I went to LA. I went to Phoenix. And then, that whole year was just like traveling. Just like find myself.
Yeah.
And then just explore,
Yeah.
you know. I was like, at the time after school, I was kind of like, all right, do I want to get a full-time job, get a 9 to 5,
Right.
etc., or do I work part-time, go travel and have some fun,
Yeah.
you know? And then I asked some friends, I talked to my parents about it.
Yeah.
And then I came to the conclusion, like, you know what, I'm young once, you know?
Exactly. And like, you know, you got to take the opportunities while you have them because,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, there's going to be more greater stuff that's going to come like down the line, but it's like you only get to travel while you're young once,
Yeah.
you know?
So I'm a big advocate for that. So
Yeah.
if whoever's watching this, if you're in college and you're debating on like traveling or whatnot, like go have fun.
Yeah.
You know, depending on your situation, you know, everyone's situation is different, but like,
Right. If you can.
if you're able to do it.
Yeah.
And if you're in school, I wish I did this in school. Like if you can, what was it called? Study overseas.
Study abroad.
I wish I did that. That'd be so sick.
That would have been like to
Yeah.
like study abroad in like Europe.
Yeah, I know a girl that I met up with recently. She did that for like Spain, or like Barcelona. I'm like,
Yeah.
dang, that'd be such a sick dope life to live for like
Yeah.
a good bit
Yeah.
before coming back to
I
America.
still talk about it now. I'm just like, if I could get like an opportunity to do work out in a different country for like a year, I would so take it.
Yeah,
And just like travel around and take pictures and just create cool content in like a different country.
yeah, no, I definitely, I've said this to like my friends, like, or like I tell like my parents too, like I would live out of the country for like a good bit of my life. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd just be a different like
Yeah.
experience, you know.
My friend just moved to the Netherlands and he loves it.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
I don't think
Amsterdam.
I've been there. Oh, you know, I've been to Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amsterdam is in the Netherlands. So,
Okay.
but he just moved out there, him and his wife, and he travels like every couple of weeks they just got back from Germany and
Because once you're in Europe,
You
it's
can
so
just
easy just to
easily-
hop on a train and go.
yeah, or like a flight's like $50-$60 because it's like because they're so close to each other, depending on where you're flying to.
Yeah.
Or like the super fast train that takes you anywhere you want to go. So
It's just like I think it's just like getting there is
Yeah.
like it's a pricey
exactly because
flight.
like
but then
from
like
here it's like $600.
yeah, but
standard.
then like But then once you're there, it's not as bad,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
so yeah, so that was pretty much my whole 2022.
Not the
And
lab,
then-
not the lab culture sticker.
Oh yeah, just,
Shout out Johnny.
shout out to Johnny,
Yeah.
shout out to Jayhawk.
Dude, that would be cool to do one with all three of us.
That'd be dope. Yeah,
Get some space in the city and do it with all three of us. That'd be dope.
yeah. He's killing it with
He
his
is,
brand.
dude. Yeah.
When he does his Q&As, I'm like, do a pop up. It would be dope.
Same,
I
yeah.
think it'd be cool. People would love to come meet you and stuff.
Yeah.
But maybe one day. I guess back to my story.
Yep.
2023. What was I doing in 2023? I was okay. I've always the past couple of years I know how to like go over like each year and
Yeah.
like I guess what I've learned and etc.
Yeah.
So 2023, I would say that year. So let's see. I was still working at Urban,
Mm-hmm.
and then I joined Abercrombie and Fitch at the mall. So I was kind of doing both, and then I was still trying to do like the photo stuff.
Yeah.
And then that's when slowly I started getting to like video, the whole fitness space. So, so with my whole fitness journey, real quick,
Yeah.
I started like years ago, like in 2020, like once the pandemic started.
Right.
So I went to Planet Fitness for a year, worked there for a year, and then once I left, I didn't want to work out there. So then I went to like a Sporta / LA Fitness when that whole switcheroo was happening. And then 2023, I joined my first bodybuilding gym, which was Brick House, which is in Killerstream. So that was when like my friend wanted to like do like fitness content,
Yeah.
and etc. Because like that's when C-Bum was
Just getting like
C-Bum just retired, but like at the time he was winning his third, fourth Olympia around that. So that's when like the fitness space was kind of like a thing coming back,
Yeah.
and stuff. So I started filming my friend, and then over time I was like, you know what, I'll film myself, why not? And then that's when, like I said, like 5 seconds ago, that's when the whole video thing for me started.
yeah.
So, and then I was still traveling a bit here and there. That's when my focus going to like full time with like photography, video. Well, it was photography at the time, but now it's photo and video.
Yeah.
But at the time, I wanted to do the whole photo,
Yeah.
the photo thing full time, and etc. So I left Urban. I was working literally at Abercrombie once like every couple weeks on a Sunday,
Just to still like keep
just
the
to keep the
job.
discount,
Exactly.
which is low key kind of funny.
Gotta do it for the discount.
I'm like rocking a whole Abercrombie fit. Ironic.
That's where you're like, oh, actually.
But I generally I enjoyed that job.
Yeah.
It was I'm trying to think right now. To backtrack. It was April, March. That's when I left, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go full time on photography and what I want to do.
Yeah.
And then my dad was like, you can come work with me, like on the side, just to have like some money coming in. So then I was like, okay. And then that kind of turned into like, not like a 9 to 5 again, but in a way it kind of did.
Yeah.
So like what I would do is I'll work at my dad's spot. And then I have like my own free time to do like creative work or whatnot. But then 2023 was in not like the best headspace, but
Yeah.
I kind of was just slacking off with like career rise and stuff.
Yeah.
That year I was going out a lot. Let's just say that. A lot of bars. Not like I'm alcoholic. Oh my god, let me get that thrown. Let me throw it
Let's
out
just
there.
rephrase.
I just like to go out and have a good time with my
Yeah,
friends.
exactly.
So, yeah, my friends were graduating in college, so I would go visit them at Iowa or Purdue for like example and stuff. So that year I was like going out a lot, but then I kind of fell off track with like my whole
Was that
creative
the year
journey.
that you got Caitlin Clark while she was at Iowa?
It wasn't that year. It was 2024
Nice.
when
So
when I went to go shoot her when she was still in college. But yeah, she was still at Iowa
What an
when I was.
experience, though.
What'd you say?
I said, what an experience, though. Caitlin Clark, like to be able to get like those photos and be like in that moment, like before she got into the league. Would you ever go and try and get like a media pass for a Fever game?
I would love to. Indiana's a bit far, but
Especially Indianapolis, where they're at. It's like 6 hours.
yeah, and yeah, no, I would love to shoot a WN game. That'd be
Yeah.
dope. A dream of mine's the Bulls. That's like a hands down. I
Yeah.
don't care. I've been a Bulls fan my whole life.
Yeah.
But back to 2023. So at the end of the year, I was kind of like, okay, I need to like really make a decision on like what I'm gonna do, like creative career wise.
Yeah.
So 2024 comes around. Okay, so this is now some more fresh. So 2024, I kicked off the year. I went to Florida for a friend's birthday. And then after that, I went to a content creator getaway, or like a retreat. So it was
Out in Arizona, right?
It was in Arizona. So this is when I met my recent ex-girlfriend. So it was me and like 26 people in one big house.
Yeah.
It was like
It seems so freaking cool.
it was like a hype house, but
Yeah.
it was just like creators
Yeah.
and stuff and not cringy TikToks. So long story short, that experience opened my eyes in a way that like, okay, there's at least maybe example like 23 people doing this full time.
Yeah.
And then there was me and like 3 other people that
That were,
weren't-
like, in
that weren't doing it
between.
full time.
Yeah.
And my ex-girlfriend was one of those people
Yeah.
as well. So like once I saw that, I was like, okay, there's people doing this, I can do this.
Yeah.
So that changed like my perspective. Like I can do this.
Yeah.
So, and then I met her. It was unexpected.
Yeah.
At the time, I was just chilling, and then from her side of the story too, she was just chilling too.
Yeah.
And then one night at the retreat, we had like what was it? It was like a sushi spot that turned into a club, and then we had a table and stuff. Long story short, we had a fun night.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, we kind of just chit chatted, picked it back up, and then we kept in touch.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to make this whole relationship thing, but long story short, we kept in touch. We did it for 5 months and 20 days, and then we split up just because of long distance.
Yeah.
It's definitely hard. It takes 2 people.
It does.
And
It's not
then
easy.
I won't get into it, but she had some stuff that she wanted to work on for herself.
Yeah.
Which I 100% respect.
Yeah.
And I think everyone should always put themselves first, no matter what, even though if it's going to be like a really hard post thing, you know, what you got to do, you know? So, hope she's well, but, what was it? So
2024.
during 2024, so during the whole talking and dating, while I was doing that, I was making like a decision of like, all right, this year I got to like go strictly full time.
Yeah.
So I was still working with my dad, and then it turned into like I ended up working like Monday through Friday with him and etc. And like I've like had conversations with my dad. I was like, I'm not enjoying working with you in the most respectful way,
Right,
obviously, because my dad's been providing for my family all my whole life.
Right,
So, he kind of realized like, okay, excuse me.
It's just Celsius.
Yeah, I know it's getting me gassy.
So
Hi guys.
Hi, guys.
This is just in case.
this is just in case all the video footage from the podcast episode didn't record. The video was like almost 2 hours. The pod was almost like 2 hours long. So in case it didn't record, we're going to post what we have. You guys can listen to the full episode on Spotify, okay? At least we know for sure the full episode will be on Spotify.
Yeah.
And then we'll get it situated next time. This is why I usually have a cameraman to be behind there to like check to make sure.
Yeah.
Because I think this happened last time when he had to like re-click record.
You know what you should do? Put a mirror so you can just look.
Yeah, or I need to get a monitor.
Oh,
I need
that too.
to get a monitor on top of the camera. But yeah,
Yeah.
so in case it didn't record all of it, which I feel like it probably didn't, you guys can listen to the full episode on Spotify. We're out.
Hopefully.